Hello everybody, and welcome back to the crazy, strange world, excuse me, of Ascendant Hearts. Sorry, I had to do that. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, I burped. I am a human being, and not just the voice coming through your speakers or headphones or whatever the hell you're listening to me on. But anyway, in the last episode, we met a priest who was apparently a pope guy, who head of the religion, and we're heading off to the ancient library of Kier to get his book that I can't remember the title of because we've got a long walk ahead of us. No complaining. I just wanted to apologize again. Oh, I opened my mouth to explain further, but she has more to say. Honestly, I can't understand how you made it to our town at all. Could your amnesia have set in after you arrived? But then why didn't you have any weapons? Maybe I was just lucky? Is it possible you came from Kaj? Or Kage? Land of the ninjas? It is Kage, because the ninjas, good old Naruto taught me things. I laugh, unable to help myself. Me? A ninja? Definitely not. What? Sapientia? Bastion of Knowledge? Arbor? Home of the Great Tree? Do any of these names ring any bells? None, I'm afraid. And they won't either. She'll never guess where I'm from because it's not even this world. If I tell her that, though, she'll think I'm nuts. Then I suppose you don't know much about Kier either. Not a thing. Kier was an ancient civilization, very advanced and skilled in the use of magic. It crumbled millennia ago. Now only ruins remain, such as the library. What happened to it? No one knows. Are we ready to enter a place like that? Don't worry. The ancient library of Kier is a low-level dungeon. We can get in with a two-person party, and even if the monsters are too tough for you, I should be able to handle them. Alright. Yay, dungeons! Welcome to the ancient library of Kier. Well, this is nice. It looks like it should be condemned. I eye the towering, dust-covered bookshelves and wonder how many spider webs we'll have to dig through to find the book Nincy wants. Watch your step around here. Because of the restless spirits he mentioned? Yes, but also... Steel jaws snapped together in the space where my leg was a second ago. After a second, they release and the entire trap sinks beneath the floor again. A hidden compartment slides shut. This whole place is booby-trapped. I crouch and study the floor for any sign of the trap, but it looks the same as the rest of the carpet. Wonderful. Who booby-traps a library? Kier is still shrouded in mystery. Perhaps these traps were set to guard their knowledge from the enemies that destroyed them. Perhaps their own paranoia was their downfall. I draw my sword and use it to test the floor in front of me as I walk toward the bookshelves. This way, even if I don't move in time, it will be my sword the trap gets, not my leg. Oh, God! Jesus! The sudden music scared the shit out of me. Restless spirits, remember? She jumps to my side, magic at the ready. I recover from my shock at the sudden appearance of a ghost and lunge forward. My blade swings through the ghost with no discernible effect. Did you practice your sealed steel? Not yet. This is a good time for it. Physical attacks are useless against these enemies. Now you tell me! I thought you knew! Why would I know something like that? They're incorporeal spirits! They're incorporeal spirits! It's not hard to figure out. I hate that word. Incorporeal. Something like that. There you go. Incorporeal. Incorporeal. For you, maybe. Will you just use shield already? While we argued, the ghost must have charged up an attack. Greenish light blasts me. Fiery pain courses across my skin, and I fall to my knees with a cry. Shield! I struggle to remember what the instructions for shield said, but it's difficult to focus through the pain. It was something about putting mana into my defense. Fire flares as Shiori attacks the ghost with her magic. It reels but retaliates with a ghostly hand that throws her backward. Then it turns its attention to me. A green glow surrounds it again. 2 attacks so close together. Is that really fair? Have you used shield yet? At last, I remember what the instructions told me to do. At first, I feel oddly drained, probably the sensation of losing mana, but then somehow tougher, hardier. The ghost attack strikes me, but it doesn't hurt as much as it did last time. Instead of fiery pain, it creates an unpleasant tingle. Shiori raises her hands and ice crystals surround the ghost. They slam together at the spirit's center and explode. It lets out an anguished cry and fades away. Finally. I thought you had said this dungeon was easy. It is. Just remember to use shield and everything will be fine. I should have practiced before we came. Obviously. I turn my attention to the bookshelves. All the books have cheery titles like Call of the Elder Gods and Blood of the Soul. Exactly the sort of thing I want to see in a haunted library of a civilization that crumbled for unknown reasons. We're probably going to be cursed just for entering this place. That would be interesting. Interesting? Interesting is, look at this cool picture, or what an unexpected plot twist in that story. Not, I've been afflicted with a horrible curse. But it could lead us to the truth behind Kyr's disappearance. Besides, a priest could probably exorcise the curse. I'll pass on attending my own exorcism, thanks. Then stop complaining and I'll find the book so we can get out of here. I sigh and look around the shelves. Amazingly, despite the disrepair the library has fallen into, most of the spines are readable beneath the layers of dust and cobwebs. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be in any sort of order. I wonder if it's even on this floor. Oh no, don't tell me this place has multiple floors. It has multiple floors. Oh man, we're gonna be here forever, aren't we? That's the last thing I need. I cross my fingers and pray to whatever gods might watch over this place that we'll find the book quickly. The ancient library of Kyr makes my skin crawl. It's more than just the ghosts. Something feels wrong here. We need to get out as quickly as possible. I reach out and brush the Dutch off one book, but I can't read clearly. No luck. Falling stars and the powers they pass on. It's probably a fascinating read, but it's not the book that will get us out of here. Another one? A ghost posse? Okay, I'll handle them. You keep looking for the book. As she attacks the first ghost, I cast shield to protect myself. It's easier this time. Although I don't like turning my attention away from the monsters trying to kill me, I trust her to handle the battle. There's not much I can do anyway. I scan the bookshelves and read each title before moving on. Shield works well. The occasional blast of energy from behind isn't enough to break my concentration, and I don't let myself be distracted by the spectacle of magic as Shiori takes on the ghosts. Books about magic, the world, monsters, gods. Aha! I turn around to see if Shiori needs any help with the battle just as the final ghost fades away. Done! Me too. You mean you found it? Let me see. I point to the tome on the shelf. There, covered in dust but still identifiable, sits Godly, a treatise of the powers of the divine. Perfect. Grab it. Let's go. I pull the book from the shelf and brace myself. It can't be that easy. Something wrong? Shouldn't something attack us for taking the book? You mean a boss battle? Yes? Of course this world knows about boss battles. By this point, I shouldn't be surprised. That was the mob of ghosts. Really? But you fought them all by yourself. This is a low-level dungeon, remember? Now come on, we need to get this book back to town. Yay! Outside, I take a deep breath of fresh, not haunted library air. It feels good to be out of there. You okay? Yes. Why? I just don't want you collapsing out here or anything. It'd be ridiculous dragging my party member back to town and explaining to everyone that you passed out. I'm not going to pass out. Was that your first time dealing with ghosts? As far as I know. That explains it then. Don't worry, this stuff will become familiar soon. I'm not sure I ever want to reach the point where fighting ghosts is familiar, but she looks happy, so I don't mention it to her. Yay, back to town. Our time in the library plus the journey to and from it took the entire day. The town square is empty. Maybe we'll have to wait until the morning to finish our quest. I can't imagine Nincy is... You have returned! I jump! There he goes sneaking up on us again. Did you find the book? We did, Your Holiness. She briefly kneels, and I follow suit in hopes of showing more respect than I did the last time. I'm rather pleased with myself until I realize she's staring at me. What? The book? Yes. Your Holiness, we found the book. She groans. I mean, give it to him. I look down at my empty hands and gulp. I know I had the book when we left the library. On the way home, we fought a few whammers. It wasn't in my hand during the battles. I gave it to you, right? No, you did not. Oh, You lost my book? No, I just, inventory. What? Check your inventory. I blink at her with a surprise for a moment. Blink at her in surprise for a moment. Then she has a good point. But she has a good point. I'm not entirely sure how to put things in my inventory on purpose, so it's quite possible I did it by accident. I reach into my pockets, which remains implausible portals to hammer space, and fumble around. My fingers brush the dusty book cover, and with a cry of triumph, I pull Godly, a treatise of the powers of the divine, from my pocket and hold it out. Do-do-do-do. You forgot it was in your inventory? You made it sound as though you dropped it somewhere along the way, when it was actually safely within you the entire time. Amnesia, sir. Sorry. Please excuse him, Your Holiness. Indeed. Come on, it's not like I did it on purpose. He accepts the book from me and looks it over with a critical eye. At last he nods. You have done well. Here is your payment. I mean, he just disappears. He hands us each a pouch of gold coins and then strides away without another word. As he walks to the edge of town, he pages through the book. Huh? Is he going out there alone? He doesn't live here, you know. Will he be all right? Of course. He's an important man. He probably has an escort waiting. Then why didn't his escort go to the library? Because he was here, of course. She looks at me, though, as though it's the most obvious thing in the world. I don't follow you? Right, your amnesia. This is Guildmaster's domain. Anyone with a task that involves monsters has an obligation to turn to the adventurers. Oh. I look toward the field, but the old man has already vanished from sight. I wonder what he wanted that book for, anyway. The title sounded religious. He probably wants to study its theories of divinity. Anyway, it's not like it matters. We've completed your quest. You leveled up a few times, too. A couple more levels and you'll earn another skill point. What about you? She laughs. That might have been a lot of experience for a new adventurer like you, but it wasn't enough to make me go up even one level. I'm sorry. For what? Making you take on these low-level quests with me. Excuse me, I don't recall you making me do anything. It was my idea. Only because you feel responsible for me. Give it a rest. No, I'm serious. I should probably be doing these quests with other new adventurers while you do things on your level. For a long moment, she doesn't say anything. When she speaks, her voice is quiet. Is that what you want? Truly? I hesitate. On one hand, I don't want to be a burden on her. On the other hand, she's willing to explain things to me and can handle dangerous monsters while I figure out what I'm doing. If I join another party, I'll have to explain my amnesia to complete strangers. More importantly, I enjoy adventuring with her. Sure, she yells at me sometimes and gets frustrated, but I like her. Not really. Then stop bringing it up. I just don't want to hold you back. I want whatever you want. And I want to keep working together. But why? That's what I don't understand. She looks away. I haven't fought or taken on quests with a party member in a long time. People don't usually want to be in a party with me. That's right. When we visited the town hall yesterday to turn in our quests, everyone was surprised we were in a party together. They asked if I knew what I was doing. Why not? I'd rather not talk about it. She gives me a defiant stare, as if challenging me to pursue the matter further. Okay. What, really? If you don't want to talk about it, then don't. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe she has a reputation for being a bad party member or something. But as long as things continue to go well for us, I don't care. It's none of my business. Besides, I'm starting to think of her as a friend. I can't leave a friend's party just because other adventurers have a low opinion of her. And if you want to be in my party, then I want to be in yours. You're a strange one, Hayato, but it's probably the amnesia talking. I don't think so. You should get some rest. It's late. She turns away and starts to walk off, but then she glances back over her shoulder. Oh, and thanks. I'm happy I met you. Aw, is this going to turn into a dating sim? Oh, okay, there's the demo. Okay, so that's the end of the demo. And yeah, so thank you guys very much for joining me on the whole demo of Ascendant Hearts. It's going to be in like 3 parts, I think. So it's a short little demo, and I'm really, oh god, I didn't know that was going to happen. But anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me. I am Vlog. Remember to hit that like button, comment, and of course subscribe. And if you guys want to check this out, I will have left a ton of links in each one of the things, each one of the video description. Yep, those things. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, are you gaming? Well, you should be. So get out there, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. How did I know that this was going to be the otaku?
By the by, might you be familiar with the...
Look, I can attach the magnet to the end of this stick.
Ah, look at me being smart.